Yep.
Hi, back again, session with Sally. I'm hoping that some of you have rejoined the session. I'd like some feedback to know how everybody's getting on. What we're going to do today is we're going to go straight into our HIIT session. So the session today, 3 sessions for this week, will be a mixture of HIIT work, which by now those of you that have been working in the sessions know that that's the cardiovascular fitness training that helps to strengthen the heart and lungs, and helps us to lose weight if you're trying to lose weight. So that's your HIIT section. And then we're also going to do, with HIIT work, we're going to do some toning. So we're going to work on different muscle groups. The session today will be a mixture of HIIT, which we're going to do for about 10 minutes. Hopefully you've downloaded the app, but if you haven't, for those of you that maybe have just joined for the first time, we're working at a 40-second on. That's 40 seconds of doing a movement that gets your heart rate up, where we're doing something that's, you don't need a large space to do it, just a small space. 40 seconds of doing a hard move, and then we're doing a 10-second rest, 40 seconds on, 10-second rest. Now, for those of you that aren't very fit and you do start to struggle, you can rest out a complete move or 2 moves, join back in when you're ready. For those of you that are starting to get fitter and those that want to work harder, then what I'd ask you to do is like double up your HIIT. So maybe do 10 minutes before we start our session or 10 minutes after, so that you're actually doing more of the HIIT work. So we're going to start by just doing a warm-up. So we are like marching on the spot. And if you've got like some stairs in your house, you can go up and down the stairs. You can go on the spot with some knee lifts. Just basically warming up a few minutes where you're trying to get your muscles warm, get your heart rate up a little bit so that the muscles are nice and ready for the exercises that we're going to be doing. So there could be just marching on the spot. If you've got a hallway, if you're working downstairs in the kitchen or your living room, you can walk around your living room, you can walk up and down in the hallway. If you've got a step, because we may use the step in HIIT work, bottom stair of your stairs if you've got stairs, you can go up and down on your bottom stair. So these are all movements just designed to mobilise you, loosen you off, start to get your heart rate up and start to warm your muscles up. So I'm going to be doing the warm-up just for 1 more minute, and then when we hear the bleep on my phone, we're going to start our HIIT work. And then I'll talk through the moves that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks if we've been doing the sessions. And then if those of you that have just been doing the easy work, if you want to go to the next level, you can do that with me today. You can do the harder level, just working to what you feel that you can do today. Some of you might be feeling very energetic, some of you might be really tired. Generally, after a session, you will feel more energised. Even if you just do half the session, you will feel better than doing some exercise. So when we hear the bleed, we're going to start the first move. And the first move is going to be broken up into 3 levels. So you can do any of the levels that you want, or you can mix the levels up. So within 1 minute, you can do hard and easy if you want to. So your first move is on the spot, march. So this is your easy level. You can just do a very, very small march if you want to. You can make it a bigger move. Bringing your legs up higher, taking your arms up higher will elevate your heart rate and bring your breathing up. Or you can do a little jog. If that's a little bit harder still, on the spot the jog. For those of you that are quite fit already and want to make it even harder, you can do some sprinting, then jog. So sprint and jog, or you've got the easy level, just to march. Take a breather. So that's your first move, move 1. 10-second rest. Next move will be jacks, half jacks to start with. So we've got half jacks here. This is the easy level. You can do this without the arms. I started too soon, so I apologise about that. So you can just work without the arms. You can work with the arms. Harder still, take your arms higher. So the higher the arms are, the stronger the arms, the harder it will be. Or we've got jacks, on the spot jacks. So, easy move is your half jacks. No arms makes it easier still. Strong arms, harder. Full jacks, harder still. Working always to your own level. Take a breather. So I think today, for some reason, our app is on a 20-second rest. So I don't know how that's happened. So today, I do apologise. Today we're going to be working 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off. So when we get to the harder move, if you want to make that a little bit harder, you have got a bigger rest period. So you've got a 20-second off. Next move, we've got knee lifts. So we've got small knee lift. This is the easy level. No arms, easier still. Harder. Knees come higher. Harder still. Arms go higher. Harder still. With jump, so high impact. Harder still, you can do 4 high impact and then 8 double time. 4 high impact and 8 double time. So we've got easy, harder, harder still. 3 levels. Take a breather. 20 seconds rest. So the second move was knee lifts, a mixture of different knee lifts that you can do there. Your next move is going to be on the spot twist. So again, starting with a low level, no arms. So we've got a little twist. Just literally twisting from side to side. You can take out the arms if you want to make it easy. A little bit harder, bring the arms in. Harder still. Arms are high. Harder still. Add bounce. Harder still. Bigger legs. So nice and easy. Little tiny twist. No arms. Harder with the arms higher. Bigger bounce makes it harder still. It's got different levels to work at and you're always working to your own level. Next we're going to use a step. If you haven't got a step, go back to one of the other moves. So you can go back to marching on the spot or jogging on the spot. If you have got a step, it's quite good to work on a step because you work with coordination by stepping up and down. So bottom stair of the stairs or on a step if you've got one. I'm working here today with alternate alternate legs. If you find that really difficult, you can step up and step down just on one side and then change to the other side, or we've got alternate legs. Harder still, up and down, jumping onto the step. That makes it harder still, so remember we've got easy, stepping up and down. Harder, and you can always add in the arms. Harder still, jumping up and down. 40 seconds rest. Next move will be a mixture of low pushbacks or spotted up. So the easy level will be low pushbacks without the arms. So don't forget to have your rest. You will need your rest. Get a little drink if you need one when you're resting. So your easy level will be pushbacks, tiny little pushbacks here, little bit harder, add some arms, harder still, high arms, or arms up and down, harder still, you can add a little hop, or harder still, spotted up on the spot, pushback, easy, harder, little hop if you want to add one, or spotted up on the spot, spotted up. So keep that going, get ready for your rest. We're going to go right back to the beginning, we're going to go back to jogging on the spot, and then I'll just explain at the end what you could be doing if you wanted to work harder. So your last move, we're going to go back to the beginning, and you can repeat all the moves again as you get fitter. So when you're working on your own, you can just do a whole circuit and then do it again. So we've got marching on the spot, or we make it stronger with your arms, stronger, little jog, Harder on the spot, sprint, and then jog, sprint, and then jog. March, easily, nice and steady. Little bit harder, add the arms. Harder still, jog, sprint, jog. Work to your own level. If you want to rest out and move, then join back in, that's absolutely fine. You can do that all the way through, just keep resting and joining back in. Take a breather. So that's our HIIT for today. I'm just going to turn off the app. But remember, the HIIT work, when you do it yourself, you can make it longer. Ideally, in an ideal world, if you could do a HIIT session of between 5 and 25 to 30 minutes, so building up to that eventually, a week, so 2 to 3 times a week, if you could do a HIIT session where you're raising your heart and then rest, raise your heart, rest, it's absolutely fantastic for fitness, for weight loss, and all you need to do is those simple moves that we've done there today, which hopefully those of you that have been joining me are now actually starting to get used to doing those moves. Today we're going to do some legs. I've already touched on legs with you before, so technique is very important, so try and remember the technique that I tried to teach you and all the things that I'll talk to you while I'm doing them. Working the big muscles, fronts of the legs and the back, we're going to work with alternate lunges to start with. So you've got your back nice and straight. I always suggest that you do these initially in front of the mirror so that you can see that you're doing things correctly until you get used to doing the moves. Really important to do really good technique because it will stop you from getting injured and you'll get much quicker results if you are working with good technique. So your lunges, you've got a nice straight back, shoulders back, head up, hands on your hips, try not to have your hands or arms just dangling at the side, hands on the hips, we step forward and step back. So an easier lunge would be just a little tiny step. For those of you that maybe have got bad knees or knee issues, it's really good to do the lunges because it strengthens the muscles around the knees, but it's also, you need to be careful initially that you're not going too far. So just a half lunge for those of you that are a beginner or you have knee issues, alternate legs. Making it harder, it's a big step forward. Step forward, step back. Step forward, step back. Keeping your back straight. And then obviously, harder still, if you are more advanced, it's a big lunge forward and back. A big lunge forward. Keeping both legs facing forward, keeping your head up, keeping your back straight and keeping your hands on your hips. I would aim to do, if you are a beginner, approximately between 10 and 20 alternate legs every other day. So with your toning every other day, or at least a couple of times a week if you can. If you are more advanced, you could work to do between 50 and 100 of the deeper lunges if you are already doing exercise. You can add weight, it makes it harder still, so the more weight you add, the harder the lunges will be. So that's your lunges. Next one is squats. So squats are for your bottom, backs of the legs, also it's the tops of your legs. These are really big muscles, so eventually they can take a lot of work, but it's up to you to find your level and to improve the level as we go forward. So you squat, but the feet hip distance apart, so the distance of the hip bones, making sure that we sit back into the heels. So what I don't want you to do is lean forward like this. That's the biggest mistake people make with squats, is they lean forward. So you keep your back straight and you sit in and squeeze in. Sit and lift. Imagine that you are sitting on a chair, or put a chair at the back of you and try to sit down towards the chair, but make sure that you're not doing this. So your head is up, sit and squeeze, sit and squeeze. Every time you come to the top, big squeeze on your bottom, sit and squeeze. You can make them easier, just go halfway to begin with. If you're more advanced, you want to work harder, it's all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. And you can add weights, if you have some hand weights at home, 2 weights at the side of you. The more that you make these exercises weight bearing, so obviously you're already using your body weight, which is very effective for toning the muscle. but if you make it more weight bearing by using weights if you have them available. Little stretch, so squats between 10, 20, 50 to 100, work to your own level. You can start with 3 sets of 10 a week, build it up to 20, 50, 100, but work to your own level. Little stretch, I've already gone through these stretches with you before. Stretches are really important, always stretch at the end of the session. Big step forward, stretching into your calf muscles first. I'm not holding for the full 20 seconds, but I want you to hold for 20 slow seconds on the muscles, 20 slow seconds. And we stretch the quads. You can hold on to something if you are a little bit wobbly, which I am today because I've had a busy day today, so I'm a little bit tired, so please excuse me if I'm wobbling. And then the other side, so remember you can hold on to something, heel to bottom, 20 slow seconds. Next stretch, sitting the foot across the knee, you're stretching into the bottom and the outer thigh, 20 slow seconds, and the other side. And the last stretch is for your hamstrings. Sit back into your back leg, back knee bent, front leg straight, 20 slow seconds on each leg. Stretches are really important, so please make sure, however small or long your session is, you give yourself time to put the stretches on the end of your session. So thank you for today, and I will look forward to seeing you.